Two things I want to share with you tonight on how to release your God-given potential. Janet Green from Memphis, Tennessee. Two things that you have to be very, very careful of. Understand this before I tell you what those are. You have to realize that there's always something that you will come across that will try to keep you from releasing your God-given potential. There are always obstacles. There are always circumstances that will battle against you releasing that God-given potential. But there are some things that you and I have the power to regulate, and these are the two things: our friends and our food. Now I'm going to talk to you about the food. The friends are that's pretty obvious. But with our friends, sometimes that's difficult because these are our school friends, our community, our neighborhood friends. These are our dogs from back in the day, and sometimes it's hard to let those people go. But when you have changed your mind about something, about the way you're going to live your life, and you still have friends in your life that are not on the same page with you, unfortunately, sometimes you just have to cut them off. Some of them you may be able to just regulate the time that you spend with them, but making sure that you kind of monitor the conversation and you take control of the conversations. But others, you just have to simply cut them off because they can be very toxic to you and keep you from releasing your God-given potential. When people don't see their own potential, it's hard for them to see your potential. The second thing is your food. And when I talk about food, not necessarily the food that you consume, the natural food. However, that is important too, because sometimes we do consume things that will hinder us from releasing our God-given potential. Why? Because some of that stuff is just literally going to kill us and take us to an early grave. So yeah, you have to be careful about that. But what I'm really talking about is the input, the stuff, the other stuff like television, like radio, magazines, stuff that you read, social media, all of those things. I'm gonna tell you something. Successful people don't spend hours wasted on things like that. Successful people are careful to regulate the input, that type of food, because that stuff literally feeds your mind. So keep these two things in mind. Consider these two things: regulating the friends that you have and also the food that you're taking in. And I believe if you implement this tip or these tips, I believe that you will see some major changes in your life and in reaching the goals that you have set for yourself. Now, there's an opportunity for you to get connected to me so we can continue sharing. You can continue getting these kinds of mind tips from me, because there's a link underneath this video for you to click, or find me on Facebook, and I would love to get connected to you. Have an awesome night, and I'll see you on the next video.